So I didn't think this was going to happen at all this year. I thought we were finished with the nice fall weather, but it's October 22nd. It's a beautiful fall day, and I'm back here on the Cataraqui Trail, and my aim today is really simple. I've done the length of the Cataraqui Trail from Smiths Falls to Harrowsmith, but I haven't gone further west than Harrowsmith, and this trail continues on to Strathcona. So obviously the plan today, let's go to Strathcona and see what's on this part of the trail. I'm sure you can tell by the background, we've lost most of our leaves in the last couple of weeks. It's been super rainy, super windy, but I'm hoping there'll still be a couple of nice patches along the road. So let's go on the trail and see what there is to see. Feels good to be back on the trail. So I was talking with a couple of ladies before I hit the trail here today, and they gave me a little bit of an idea as to what's to come here. So I guess it's a little bit of a straighter section than what we've done so far. That should be interesting. So for me, the appeal of doing this part of the trail is really simple. I was born in Napanee, Ontario, which is just a bit west of here. And this is the area that I grew up in. So I'd actually spent a little bit of time in a village called Camden East. Hey, kitty. And I remember in the summers, we'd come up to the train tracks because they weren't in use, and we'd actually walk along the tracks in Camden East. And this trail right here, this is those train tracks. So I'm kind of curious to see if I remember anything, what it looks like now, all that kind of stuff. But we got a ways to go till we get there. Sign said this way is Yarker, so this is us. Huh, it splits in two. Is that the K&P trail? Ah, that means I gotta come back. Well, there's part of my plans for next year anyway was I've never done the K&P trail either, so I actually wanted to get out on a bike and do the K&P trail next summer. So if it continues north past Harrowsmith, then that's absolutely great. Oh yeah, it does go. It goes way the heck north. What am I talking about? I like this. I like this a lot. Having the trees all lined up on both sides of me. Look at this old barn here. That is so rural Ontario right there. Love it. The houses and barns in this part of the country are pretty different than almost anywhere else. It's one of the things about Canada is you can almost tell where you are just by the architecture of the homes. So I'll talk a little bit right now about why I'm doing this. So I mentioned the other day that, you know, if you come across one of these videos, I'm hoping that my love of this part of Ontario sort of shines through and sort of show it off a little bit. That is true, but these videos are actually for me. Like a lot of Canadians, during the winter time, it's, I guess, not pleasant to get out. It can be pretty cold, pretty windy. The air hurts your face and you question, like, why do I live in a place where the air hurts my face? So, I was gonna say I like, but I love getting out. Wow, that is beautiful. I love getting out in spring, summer, and fall, and I've always loved going for bike rides, and I've already talked about why I chose to start biking again this year, like how I have. So I thought, you know what, let's record some of these rides and then I can enjoy them in the wintertime when I'm not getting out. Because I know some people out there, they'll go cycling in the wintertime, but I've done that in the past, and honestly, I'm not a fan of destroying my bike by riding it in the snow and salt all the time. And constant cleanings, and yeah. So this is pretty much the end of my season. In fact, I wasn't even expecting to be able to get out here today. This is like a totally random stop. You know what, I'll give it this. With all the leaves down on the ground, you sure can see a lot more of the surrounding area. That's just great. Wallace Road. Okay, I know where we are. I love those old fences. Lovely yellow leaves on the birch bark there. This is about exactly what I was expecting. I'm not disappointed. The other section was definitely way more wild. A lot less people live there. But this I was expecting to be going through farmland and rural Ontario. And that's exactly what I'm getting. The line seems to have split the farmland with swampland. And none of those trees are all too old, but also doesn't look like good agricultural land. Okay. Interesting. So I see a road coming up here, and I think that's probably a good first stop on this trip. Rehydrate a little bit and then keep on going. So if you're watching this video, that means we're coming to the end, and we'll pick it up on the next one. But for now, I'm gonna just keep quiet and enjoy the rest of the view here to the end.